Welcome back to WagerTalk TV. I have two NIT point spread winners for the games being played on Wednesday, March the 25th between the Illinois State Redbirds and the Dayton Flyers and the Nevada Wolfpack and the Auburn Tigers. Both of these games will be televised on ESPN2 with the first game going at 7 o'clock Eastern time, and then the second game of the doubleheader at 9 o'clock. Will the Illinois State Redbirds be okay on the road for the first time in the NIT? Will they be able to cover or stay inside the number or even pull the outright upset? And how about Dayton coming off 2 road wins to start the NIT to get to this point, and now they return home where they're most likely going to have a huge throng of home fans. It's a crazed area in Dayton. Will they be able to take advantage of that home court advantage and pull away for a decisive win? How about the Nevada Wolfpack? Number 71 in the country, according to Auburn. Will they be able to match up with an SEC team in Auburn who finished their SEC schedule by going on a 3-9, 12-game stretch? And then they've turned it around in the NCAA tournament to win their first 2 at home, or NIT, to win their first 2 at home. And will they be able to continue that momentum? They're going to have to be much better than what they showed in the first 2 games to cover this big number. And Nevada's going to have to step up against an SEC team. I have all the answers in my analysis, as well as the 2 free pick point spread winners in both games. Stay tuned just a second, folks. If you have not subscribed to WagerTalk TV yet, hit that subscribe button. It's 100% free to do so, folks. You'll be privy to some of the best sports betting experts in all the world right here at WagerTalk TV. Also, be kind enough to give my video a like today. It goes a long way in keeping these videos alive. More importantly, the volume of videos that we produce here at WagerTalk TV. And I'm trying to make you happy with my free picks here at WagerTalk TV each and every time I appear. You should have been very happy last week because I went 10-4 with my college basketball free picks right here on our channel. All right, let's get to the first game that starts at 7 o'clock Eastern time, Illinois State at Dayton. By the way, I'm Ross the Boss Benjamin of WagerTalk.com. You could find me wt.buzz/RB is my personal link at WagerTalk, shortcut to get right to my page. Illinois State is coming off wins against Kent State and Wake Forest. Illinois State, again, I said this at the top, I'm mistaken. They played at Wake Forest, so this is not their first road game in a tournament. They beat Wake Forest by 3, and they won handily against Kent State on their home floor. However, this is an Illinois State team that has allowed their opponents to shoot 50% or better in 5 of their last 6 games, and that's a huge concern when you consider the fact that they will be playing a Dayton team that in their first 2 games in the NIT, both road wins, shot a combined 53.1% from the field, 51.8% from beyond the 3-point line, and they went 34 for 41 from the free throw line, 82.9%. Dayton's, like I said at the top, I was correct when I said this, Dayton's first 2 NIT wins were on the road. Both came as favorites on the road. They defeated Bradley 80-66 and also handily beat NC Wilmington 80-61. The Flyers are number 30 in defensive efficiency nationally. They're number 5 in forcing turnovers. They force turnovers on 20.7% of opponents' offensive possessions, which is a very high rate. They're also number 1 in the nation when it comes to free throw attempts. And how they calculate that, folks, is they add up free throw attempts and field goal attempts combined, and then they take the percentage of what the free throws are in the sum of those two parts. And Dayton ranks number one in that category when it comes to free throw attempts. They were the best free throw shooting team, meaning Dayton, in the Atlantic 10 conference play. They made 76.7% of their free throw attempts in conference play. I think the home court advantage for Dayton and the momentum coming off not only 2 road wins, but covering as a favorite on both occasions. And Illinois State, I just don't think they're going to be able to match up very well against this Dayton team, considering how terrible they were how terrible they've been defensively. They've got away with it by outscoring opponents, but the bottom line is this Dayton Flyer team is an excellent defensive team, and they put a lot of pressure on you on the offensive end because they get to the free throw line better than anybody in the country. I'm going to take Dayton here, -7.5 at home over Illinois State. The nightcap will be Nevada at Auburn, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Again, both of these contests televised by ESPN2. Auburn right now is a hefty 9.5-point favorite. I was not impressed whatsoever with Auburn in their first 2 games of the NIT. Both home wins over number 199 ranked South Alabama, 78-67. And then they took on number 113 Seattle at home and only won that game 91-85. Nevada, who's ranked is ranked by KenPom at number 71 in the country, but will be far and away the toughest opponent that Auburn has faced thus far in the NIT. And they'll be hard-pressed, in my opinion, to cover that 9.5 points based on what I've seen from them so far in the NIT and how they finished their SEC schedule, like I alluded to, 3-9 in their last 12 in the SEC. This is also a Nevada team over their last 25 games has made 36.9% of their three-point attempts, and Auburn defends the three just absolutely brutal. They were last in the SEC in three-point defense, and I think somewhere around number 323, if I'm not in the country, out of 365 teams playing Division I basketball when it comes to defending the three. So they can't defend the three. Nevada's been hitting those threes at a pretty good rate, although Nevada doesn't put up a ton of threes. I think that that will not be the case against Auburn. I think they'll find the three-point shot readily available, and if they knock those down, you know what they say about underdogs in college basketball, the great equalizer is your ability to hit three-point shots at a high percentage, and I think Nevada has a very good chance of doing just that against Auburn on Wednesday night. Nevada also number 5 nationally in free throw attempts, similar to Dayton. This team is one of the best in the country at getting to the free throw line, and they've made 75.8% of their free throw attempts on the season, which is very good by college basketball standards. Nevada's first 2 rounds of the NIT resulted in double-digit home wins over Murray State, 89-75, and an underrated Liberty team they knocked off 73-63. I just think this is too many points to give the Wolfpack against an Auburn team that struggled down the final stretch of regular season play and interconference tournament. And they haven't looked overly impressive in the first 2 rounds in the NIT. Nevada, I think, has a lot more to gain and incentive than Auburn, who had higher aspirations this year than to be playing in the NIT. And it showed itself to be that in their first 2 games of the NIT. So I'm going to go with Nevada plus 9.5 over Auburn. So here, once again, folks, Dayton minus 7.5 over Illinois State, and Nevada plus 9.5 over Auburn in the NIT on Wednesday, March the 25th. Also, folks, been on fire with my college basketball premium picks at WagerTalk.com on winning runs of 27 and 11, 71%, 53 and 26, 67%, 87 and 53, 62%. And that includes 11 and 3 in the rounds of 64 and 32 in the NCAA tournament. So just been crushing it in college basketball over the last close to 3 months now, as a matter of fact, at least over 2.5 months. But I want to say closer to 3 months. And you can find my daily picks as well as my all access subscription plans at my personal link at wagertalk.com, which is wt.buzz/RB, wt.buzz/RB. You see it right there. You could also find my videos at WagerTalk TV, wt.buzz/Ross TV. That'll take you directly to my videos at WagerTalk TV each and every day. Also, folks, 6-day all-access pass right now, $69. Take advantage of that, less than $10 a day. It's an optimum time of year to do that with baseball starting this week. And the college basketball NIT and NCAA tournaments this week as well. And what am I missing? The NBA. So 6 days, $69. All premium picks I put out in all sports, including 5% best bets. Take advantage of that offer, folks. And then the other offer is a little more of a commitment, but it's if you stop and think about the numbers I'm going to throw at you, it's well worth your while, folks, for your best bang for your buck. I am up 202.19 units in all sports at WagerTalk since May the 13th of 2025. That's well over 10-month period of time and a ton of money I've made, and that ranks number one at WagerTalk during that period of time. Also, I am number one at WagerTalk in units earned over the last 365 days. I finished number one at WagerTalk in the calendar year 2025 when it came to units earned. I finished number one in college football last season in units earned, and number one in the MLB, the 2025 MLB regular season at WagerTalk. So all good reasons why you should take advantage of my 365-day all-access pass for just $14.59, and it's $540 off regular pricing. And I gave you all the numbers that supports that. And you know what, folks? When you buy that through the entirety of that 365 days with me, you're also going to get a 25% bonus coupon by purchasing this package. And you can use that 25% bonus coupon toward anything on the site, 25% off, I should say, bonus coupon, at any purchase on the site from any handicapper, whether it be daily picks or subscription plans, unlimited usage throughout the entire 365 days. So now you can see why it's the best bang for your buck. And at $1,459, when you break it down, folks, is less than $4 a day. All right. So until the next time, which will be tomorrow, for Ross the Boss Benjamin and WagerTalk TV, take care and God bless, folks.